Let yourself move very gently in your seat, floating. And then try to use less and less effort for that movement so that it almost becomes so subtle that you can feel it, but it barely shows up on your screen. And that very subtle movement, you can use a little bit less and a little bit less effort until for a moment you just arrive at stillness. A feeling like balancing. And then within your breath flow, there's a similar balance. At first, using minimal effort to just smooth out the breath, just like we used minimal effort to smooth out our movement. And then just try to allow the breath to move with a little bit less direction from you, a little bit more feeling. So we can see here that there's a balance of effort within our practice, that we have to use a very slight focused effort to allow our body to be still, right? And we have to use a very minimal amount of effort to smooth out the breath. But once we have that direction, once we're in that flow, you can use a little bit less effort and a little bit less. And ideally, it allows you to feel the flow. It's already you. And this is the same as our mantra. We'll have to use effort to repeat the mantra, but it can't just be effort. We have to feel it. We have to let it move through us. And that's about feeling the mantra, hearing the mantra as you say it. So we'll do this mantra for 5 or so minutes together. Tadyatum bekaze bekaze maha bekaze bekaze raza samman gati swaha. Tadyatum bekaze bekaze maha bekaze bekaze raza samman gati swaha. Tadyatum bekaze bekaze maha bekaze bekaze raza samman gati swaha. Tadyatum bekaze bekaze maha bekaze bekaze raza samman gati swaha. Tadyatum bekaze bekaze maha bekaze bekaze raza samman gati swaha. Tadyatum bekaze bekaze maha bekaze bekaze raza samman gati swaha. Tadyatum bekaze bekaze maha bekaze bekaze raza samman gati swaha. Tadyatum bekaze bekaze maha bekaze bekaze raza samman gati swaha. Just pausing for a moment. You can swallow to release any tension in the throat. Feel the breath flow making its way to your heart. A little bit deeper breath than normal. So as you're feeling this mantra, you can bring your attention to the feeling of it in the mouth, the feeling of it in the throat, or even, and most subtle, the feeling in the heart. You can experiment with doing the mantra a little quieter than I am in order to allow yourself to feel those subtle vibrations. Taryatum be kaze maha be kaze raza samangate swaha. Taryatum be kaze maha be kaze raza samangate swaha. Taryatum be kaze maha be kaze raza samangate swaha. Taryatum be kaze maha be kaze raza samangate swaha. Taryatum be kaze maha be kaze raza samangate swaha. Taryatum be kaze maha be kaze raza samangate swaha. Taryatum be kaze maha be kaze raza samangate swaha. Taryatum be kaze maha be kaze raza samangate swaha. Taryatum be kaze maha be kaze raza samangate swaha. Taryatum be kaze maha be kaze raza samangate swaha. Taryatum be kaze maha be kaze raza samangate swaha. Taryatum be kaze maha be kaze raza samangate swaha. After the mantra, you'll be more in the flow. You can follow your breath with a little bit more ease. You can sit more still. You're in the flow. Feel the flow of your breath. Notice that you can use a little bit of effort to direct it, to smooth it out, but you don't need to use much. And let yourself experiment with using less and less effort while still maintaining your awareness of the breath. The natural mantra of the breath is hum as you inhale, sa as you exhale. A simple one-syllable mantra that you repeat silently in the heart to keep your mind focused and in the flow. as we become more still, as we feel our breath instead of direct it, as we repeat the mantra and let go of thoughts, we become less and less our small self, and we experience more and more of awareness. By letting go of the small self, we experience awareness. And we do this by simply focusing on stillness, letting the breath breathe us, and repeating the mantra. Hum as you inhale, sa as you exhale. Those tools will take you there. How do you let go of a thought? How can you watch your breath? These are experiences that you can do intuitively. Feel the breath. Surrender into it as a breath flow. Just like you could feel a current in the water, and you could let it move you. You can let the breath move through you. The body feels the breath. The mind feels the mantra. Unite the mantra and your breath. It takes no energy to surrender something. It only takes energy to brace up against the flow, to hold on tightly to our thoughts, to grip. So even if you feel tired, stay conscious, relax into that release. Let the eyes open and just see if you can identify with the feeling of your body and your breath. This relaxed sensation, yet aware. When awareness is held, everything is held.